going to be doing a video on how I treat high and low blood sugar. Basically, I'm just going to explain to you guys how I treat both of those types of numbers. If you are brand new to my channel and this is your first time ever watching one of my videos, hi, nice to meet you, and you should definitely subscribe so you never miss another one of my videos and you are always tuned in on my journey. I upload every Tuesday and Saturday plus bonus videos, which I usually do one or more bonus video a week. So you should definitely be expecting probably 3 or more videos a week, 2 for sure, but I upload quite a lot, so you should definitely subscribe. 45 subscribers by August 17th, which is when I start school. So if we can make it to that goal, that would be awesome. That would be like a great back to school gift. So definitely subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. My goal is 5 thumbs up by next Saturday when I upload my next diabetes video. Without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's just get started. First, I'm going to start out with high blood sugars. To treat high blood sugars, I use up to 4 different things: insulin, water, exercise, and ketone strips. Insulin is just the thing that my pump gives me throughout the day to keep my blood sugars in range, and hopefully that's around like 100. So mainly my main goal is to keep my blood sugar between 70 and 150 because you don't want your blood sugar being too low and you don't want it to be way up high in the sky. But sometimes it will get up there in those high numbers that nobody likes. Then I just tell my pump what my number is and it will give me some insulin. I don't mean that I talk to my pump and say, give me some insulin. No. I get on my pump and put in my number, whatever it is, after I check my blood sugar, and then it tells me, it calculates, like you put in all your information and then it like calculates how much insulin it's going to give you, and then you hit deliver and then it gives you the insulin. So no, I don't actually talk to my pump. Next thing was water, and I don't really need to explain to you what water is. I'm pretty sure you know what it is. But just staying hydrated and drinking lots of water down when your blood sugar is high will sometimes help to bring it back down into range, because sometimes if you're dehydrated and haven't been drinking enough water, then your blood sugar will start to go up. Next is exercise, and exercise will usually prevent high blood sugars, and if your blood sugar is already high, it will just slowly bring it back down into range. Exercise usually doesn't, I mean, for some people it will raise it because of your adrenaline, just depending on what type of exercise you're doing. Like if you're doing a really active sport, some people's blood sugars, diabetics' blood sugars may go up, and some people's they may go down. It's different for everybody. Mine usually doesn't even like go up or down, which is kind of weird. But exercise overall is just good for you, so it's good for high blood sugars. Probably not a good idea to exercise when your blood sugar is low, just in case, because you don't want it to go lower. But yeah, it's good for everybody to exercise, even if you aren't diabetic. Speaking of high blood sugars, I don't know if you can see that, but it says 317. Yeah, I took a correction on my pump and I've been drinking water, so it's not coming down. Oh my gosh. It makes me mad sometimes. Last, I have ketone strips, and this is going to take a little bit more of explaining, so let me just go get them and show them to you. Whenever somebody goes to the hospital and they get diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, usually they have this thing called ketones in their pee. Okay, I'm just going to say it. they usually have ketones in their pee, and like everybody has them in their body, I'm pretty sure, but you're not supposed to, they're not supposed to be going into your pee. So that means, like, I think it means that your body's trying to get rid of the excess sugar because there's too much. So sometimes if your blood sugar is high for a long time, then you will get ketones. So they give you these, they're called ketone strips, and that's another thing for high blood sugars is sometimes you need to check for ketones. So that's just what these are ketone strips, and they'll tell you if you have ketones or not. And if you have ketones, it's not good. So sometimes you'll even have to go to the hospital if you have too many ketones. So you definitely do not want them. But it's good to test and know if you have them or not. So those were my 4 things for high blood sugars. Now let's go on to low blood sugars. I also have 4 things for treating low blood sugar. The first thing I like to have when my blood sugar is low, obviously if your blood sugar is low, then you don't have much sugar in your blood and you need to get some in it. Because if you don't have any sugar in your blood, you will most likely definitely pass out. So that's not good. And you'll probably be able to tell if your blood sugar is low. You will start to get all sweaty and your hands will shake, like not like that, you'll like just feel like barely shaking, but you can definitely tell. But the first thing I like is to eat glucose tablets, and in my carb counting video I showed you guys them also, but yeah, they're just like Smarties except they're big and they're just sugar, and they're just to raise your blood sugar. So I like to eat those when my blood sugar is not too terribly low. If it's like in the 60s or 70s, I will have those, but if it's like in the 50s, I will have something more sugary and more carbs. So speaking of more sugary and more carbs, our next thing is juice. And I like to drink apple juice only if my blood sugar is like really, really low. Like probably I decided I only want to drink apple juice. Well, I always want to drink apple juice, but I need to drink apple juice when my blood sugar is below 55, which is really low. I know people have had like been in the 20s and 30s, but to me 55 is pretty low. So I like to drink apple juice if my blood sugar is below 55, and that will usually, it will bring it up quite a bit. And usually after I drink apple juice, while treating a low, next thing you know, my blood sugar is high. Next thing on the list, which is actually a food item, which is just to help raise my blood sugar sometimes, or to just tide my blood sugar over, so to prevent it from going low, is peanut butter crackers. And self-explanatory. They are just something good to have if your blood sugar is like in the 70s or 80s, like not too terribly low. So it'll raise it just the right amount. But if you're like in the 50s or 60s, I wouldn't recommend eating peanut butter crackers by themselves. Sometimes I do have peanut butter crackers when I'm like in the 60s, but I will also have some glucose tablets with it to help raise it some more, just so it will definitely come up from the low. And lastly, I don't eat these too much, but sometimes I like to eat granola bars when I'm really low, but I usually don't do that anymore because it takes them a while to digest. That's why I like to drink juice when I'm really low, because it'll bring it up really fast, which isn't very good for you either, but I think it's better to get your blood sugar back up than like sitting there for 15 minutes feeling like, ugh. Because when your blood sugar is like in the 50s and it's taking a while for it to come back up, that's what you will feel like. Because I used to just, when I was first diagnosed, I would like have a granola bar when I was like in the 50s. And actually I remember a specific time I was playing outside and I came inside and my blood sugar was like 56, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how I remember that exact number when I can't even remember what I was at lunch. I don't know, but I remember I had a granola bar and it took like 15 minutes for it to even like come up, and the longer you feel low, it just makes you feel horrible. So I usually don't eat granola bars anymore because they take so long to digest and bring your blood sugar back up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it, and if you are diabetic and you have anything different that you do to treat high and low blood sugars, I would love to hear what you guys do down below in the comments. If you haven't already subscribed, you should definitely do it and give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye guys!